Let's make a video of darkness. Welcome back. I made some progress, not as much as I wanted to, but I had a lot going on the past 2 days. So let me show you what I do have. Oh, it's really dark. Alright. Alright. 12-volt system is complete, lighting is complete. I need to organize some wiring. 12-volt system is running. 2 house batteries and my starting battery, which is still charging. I just bought it. Let's turn everything 12 volts on, including the TV. Get my foam out for my fan. Open it up. Put that on high. Let's crack a window open, huh? So that fan can work. Nice breeze rolling in. Mute the TV. So right now I have just the interior 12-volt lighting, the TV, the fan, the backup camera running 12 volts. This is my porch light, front and rear. They're very bright. Almost too bright, to be honest with you. One in the rear. They need to tidy up wires back there. Alright, now I got rear floodlights. Watch on the backup camera. Rear floodlights. Front floodlights. Navigation. Anchor. Let's see what that looks like on the outside. As you can see, LEDs create RF noise, which kind of gives static on the TV and also on the radio. We have a radio as well. I only install one speaker, that's all I really need. Doesn't need to be a loud system. You hear static, it's not playing. As I start turning off LEDs, you start getting music. RF noise. There's a way around that. I have to buy some ferrite magnets, it's called. Show you navigation. Because once I get down here in the floodlights, you're not gonna be able to see. The floodlights are just very bright. They're not gonna get used very often. She's all lit up, running on its own power. The backup camera also has a light. So the lower light, that's the navigation. The upper is the anchor masthead light. The upper light's only going to be used when I'm anchored out and the rest of the lights are off. Required by Coast Guard. Thought about adding lights on the side, but I really don't need it. And they shine pretty far. They're cheap Amazon lights. Like 24 bucks for 2. Forget how many watts. I forget the details, but if you don't want to know the details, I can post a link. Somebody called Nightlight. And they are adjustable. They're not tightened down yet. They're just sitting there. And I can turn it to the side, point out the side a little bit. Like I said, I need to tidy up. But everything's working on its own power. It is a mess in here. And also on the 12-volt side, I have 2 USB chargers. Powered by 12-volt. One of them powers the TV antenna. So let me start by taking off my fan so I can close that window because I'm pulling bugs in right now. Everyone knows Louisiana at night with the bugs. They attract the lights, and I've got a window open with a fan pulling them in. Now I'm full of bugs. They're flying everywhere. Anyway, everything's working, the 12-volt system. I'm very happy about that. Put this foam in before I forget. If not, it'll be really hot in here tomorrow. I won't be here tomorrow. I got a job in Lake Verret, Louisiana. The next 2 or 3 days I have a job going on. That's my night light. Oh, let me get rid of the porch lights and the floodlights. Alright. So if I was anchored out, this is pretty much how it would be. My battery is still charged, it's not full yet. But the interior light, it has a memory. It stays in whatever setting you left it on, which is pretty cool. Now I can make the switches light up when they're not in on position, but I decided to leave them lit up only when on. That way it'll be less confusing. This way if it's lit up, something is running. If it's off, nothing's running. If I need to see what switch does what, I can feel, and I know the first one's interior light. Oh, I forgot to run the chart plotter as well. That's also part of the 12-volt system. It does draw power from the battery. Right now my 8-amp battery charger's just keeping up, so I'm probably drawing about 10 amps or more with everything running. I'm about to calculate the amps, but it's a good bit. Oh, I don't know why I slowed down. They have a mute. So we're now, everything 12 volt is running. Everything. Yeah, she's handling it pretty well. Even though it shows 12.4 here, let's put a meter on it. Even when I disconnect the battery charger, I'm still showing like 13 volts on both batteries. These two batteries are linked together and hooked to one side of my dual bank charger. The second side of my dual bank charger is going to be the starting battery. If the starting battery takes, it's still in the red as it's charging. When it switches to the yellow light, that means it's maintaining or something like that. I'm also installing a 12-volt light in here because it's really dark in here. I do have a switch that's going to go somewhere in here. One's be for the 12-volt water pump, and the other switches will be for the under cabinet light. Now, I may put some little LEDs inside the jars, where when I open a jar with that switch on, it'll be on. But really, I can see into the jar. But yeah, she's coming along. I'll update more when I can. I want to start pulling barrels down. I did, but turn of events. Last week I saw a bird. I know it's odd to see a bird, right? It was a wren with worms in his mouth that was under the houseboat. So I was like, well, you know, give another week or two. And baby wrens hatch usually within 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks they fly away. It's been over a week, and this morning I saw her again bringing food, a little lizard underneath the houseboat. So somewhere under my middle row is a bird nest. And if I pull the barrels down right now, once the nest falls, that mama's not going to take care of the babies. You know, kind of want to do the right thing. I want to get my houseboat in the water. I'm letting a little pile of birds stop me from making progress, but today I really didn't have time to address the barrels anyway. I'm working Monday and Tuesday for sure, but that leaves me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. My schedule's open, so I could take care of them barrels, and I actually probably have this thing on the water by the weekend. But I think I'm gonna give them birds a little more time. Let them do their thing. You know, I guess it'd be the best thing to do. As I get more done, I'll post more, but this is probably my last video for a day or two, maybe more. Slow progress, but as of right now, once I seal them barrels, I can go in the water. The rest can be done a little at a time. My biggest project on here after the barrels is going to be the bathroom. Finish the bathroom. I need to build the shower, install this wall, and make a door. But for now, a door. It could be no door or just a shower curtain. I need to get curtains or blinds for all these windows. And then there's just trim work on the frames, finish that front door, and the water system. In order to start my water tank, the water tank I have is 11.5 inches high. The water tank is going to go underneath this futon. Futon is only about 9 inches off the ground, so I'm going to have to give the futon a lift. I was thinking about building a wooden rack system that take the legs off and let the futon sit on, and they can slide out on a track and lock in place. But I don't want to overcomplicate it, and plus it's going to add weight. So these are steel legs. I could easily extend the legs a couple inches, weld it up, and put it back in. I think that's what I'll do for now, and I'll go for like a storage bin that slides underneath, because my plan was to put the water tank, find where the water tank goes, and have at least one jar for storage right here, and maybe build a little cabinet right there. I'm not sure on the cabinet. I like having open space because a 6-foot futon, your feet are on the very end. So if I put a cabinet right there, your feet are going to be on that cabinet. So like I said, a lot of things are still undecided. I don't have major plans. I pretty much build as I go. But usually in my videos, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I usually wind up doing it. So I think I'm going to avoid the cabinet. I am going to have to lift this futon some kind of way to install that water tank. But with all that said, with all that's left to do, if I fix the barrels, I can survive a weekend without running water. I have a couple 6-gallon cans that I use in a camper project I had years ago. I have that. I still need to put in my piping for my sink and secure my sink. Like I said, the water pump. I got the water pump, I got all the plumbing, I got all the fittings. You just got to put it together. But if I get them barrels sealed, I can go start having adventures. Y'all stay tuned. No promises on when I'm going to get the barrel sealed. Kind of waiting for them birds to clear out, because I don't want to murder some birds, you know, just for me to go play. I know they're just birds, you know, but wild animals already have a hard time. And look, I'm a hunter, okay? I kill wild animals, but I don't want to kill these for nothing, you know? Maybe I could deep fry them. I'm kidding. Alright, thank y'all for tuning in. Sorry the videos are short. It may not seem like a lot of progress, but trust me, it's a lot of progress. I did install a $27 Walmart radio. I already had a $80 set of West Marine waterproof speakers. It worked out. I will look into those little ferrite magnets to put on all my power leads to try to cut the interference that's interfering with the radio and the TV, but it's not really a big deal. It's not often I'm going to be running the floodlights. The light that interferes the most, that has the most interference, is my porch lights. They're very bright, very nice lights, but with all LEDs, they create RF noise. That's something you guys can look into and research. Oh, and also, you need to get a kill switch. The lanyard, I don't have one. I got some wire wrapped around it right now. It is required by Coast Guard. You have it. Actually, in a cabin vessel, it's not required, but I hooked it up. I wired. I made it work. I'm just gonna put it on there. I don't think I'll be using a lanyard because it's not a good idea to go out on deck with nobody in here while it's running, of course. But I don't think I'm gonna use a lanyard. I need to tighten up my steering cables, run my battery cables from my motor up here. That's all easy work. But yeah, I rambled enough. I mean, you can see the work I got going on. I may just try to address the barrels, get in the water. Whatever I have left will be done a little at a time. Every window still needs to be trimmed out. It's all good. Still need to make my cover plate so I hide my mess up. Tired of showing y'all my mess up. See y'all on the next one. Thank you.